Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my module. So, in this module, we'll be seeing resource and development, chapter one of geography. And in this chapter, we are going to see in detail about what is resource and what are the different types of resource that we are having in this earth, and like how to utilize those resources about that. And we are going to see the conservation methods of these resources. So this chapter has been divided into two parts. The main resource is land, and when it comes to land, obviously the soil and the types of soil, and we will have how to conserve the soil. So it has different parts. So we will start with the lesson. So first and foremost, we have to understand what is resource. So resource is that everything that is available in our environment which can be used to satisfy our needs is called as resource. It should be technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable. Only then it can be termed as resources. So, for example, you take minerals, forest, water, fossil fuel, soil. So, everything comes under what? Resources. So, how do next we have learned the definition, we have learned what is resource. Now, we have to know how this human being is interacting and he is getting that resource back. So, like we can see that this resource are the free gift of nature. So, it is like resource will be a resource only until and unless it is not been extracted or it is not been taken. So, to make these resources a meaningful one, human beings they transform material that are available in our environment into resource. They interact with the nature, with the institution that is having a proper technology in extracting those things, and they are able to make it. So likewise human beings, what they do activity to extract these resources. Next, we have to know about why this resource planning is important. Why resource planning is important. So, when we talk about the resource planning, why it has been important is because of three reasons. So, first one is like accumulation of resources. So, there are three problems for the need of resource planning. So, what is the three problems that is there to discriminate the use of resources? Or like first one is accumulation of resources. So we can see that this resource has been accumulated in few people. So it has been dividing the society into two. One is like the rich, the another one is poor. And the next one is like indiscriminate usages of resources lead to some global and ecological crisis. So like global warming, ozone layer depletion, environment pollution, all those things. So why there is a need for resource planning in India? So if you see why there is a resource planning in India, we can see that resource planning has been scattered all over. It has been scattered all over the country. It is not in one particular place. It is scattered all over the country. So, for example, if you take in Rajasthan, we have the sun resource, solar energy. In Arunachal Pradesh, we have the water resources. In cold desert of Ladakh, we have cultural heritage. Likewise, if you take Jharkhand, Uttarakhand, all these area we have Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, all these area we have minerals. So we can see that the resources are being scattered all over the country. So it is not been in one place. So because of that only we need a resource planning. And the next one, what is that is like how do resource planning is done in a country? How do resource planning is done in a country? So first one is identification and inventory of resources. So across different regions of the country it has been happening, and we can see they make a survey, they make a mapping, and they also check the qualitative and the quantitative assumption, and involving planning structure, matching the resource with the development plans. So all these are some of the areas like how resource planning is done. So let me see you all in the next schedule. Thank you.